Light Heavyweight Championship. He brings to the ring a 45 professional record, 38 wins, 23 wins coming by way of knockout with 2 losses. He's the former WBO Light Heavyweight Champion of the world and the challenger for the title tonight. Please welcome from Mexico, Julio Gonzalez. And ladies and gentlemen, across the ring in the red corner, wearing the blue trunks trimmed with white and red. He's scaled in at 12 stone, 6 3/4 pounds. Comes to the ring tonight with a 41 fight record, 37 wins, 27 wins coming by way of knockout. 3 losses and 1 draw. Ladies and gentlemen, the former British, Commonwealth and European Light Heavyweight Champion, and tonight making the first defense of his title, the IBF Light Heavyweight Champion of the world, Sheffield's very own Clinton Woods. The referee, Mr. Mickey Mann, will now give his final instructions to both boxers.
You both have your instructions in the dressing room. Don't forget, no noise with the end. Shake hands, back your corners, good luck.
Crackling atmosphere. First defense of the World Light Heavyweight title. Clinton Woods won in stunning fashion in March when he dismantled the American hope Rico Hoy. Now for another stateside threat. And as hard a mandatory defense as one could wish for, the frighteningly tough warrior Julio Gonzalez, who says he'll turn this into an all-out terror. How should Woods deal with this major fight tactically tonight?
Well, sometimes you can get all the tools ready and go into a fight and just make it up as you go along. Sometimes you need a plan. I think it's important tonight that Clinton Woods has a 12-round plan. He wants to win the early rounds without getting too much involved. Good start, nice sharp punches from Woods. He wants to be ahead at the halfway stage because I think this is a battle that's going to get tougher and tougher with every round that passes. The last 4 rounds could really be really tough. So if Woods has to coast, he has to be in front. Can't let this fellow take charge early.
Sparring with World Cruiserweight Champion Johnny Nelson and the British and Commonwealth Cruiserweight Champion Mark Hobson, Woods has been working on his boxing skills and speed to try and keep Gonzalez at bay. Decent right hand.
Well, the jab is working already for Woods, no problem finding the range. I mean, defensively, Gonzalez does have problems. Caught cleanly with the left again. Good start from Woods. Just nice steady pace. It's important that he paces this fight properly. Must have plenty in the tank in the last third of the fight.
He can be open, Gonzalez. Walks into another right there, but he's full of fire, full of spirit. And he will want to turn this into a toe-to-toe battle, and Woods can be dragged in at times.
Woods wants to tie him up close in the early stages, just let the referee break them up. He doesn't want to stand there in range without throwing anything or without clinching. But good start from Woods nevertheless.
Great support in this arena for Clinton Woods, who's done everything the hard way, the old-fashioned route. Working the body of Gonzalez up against the ropes.
Well, Gonzalez is aggressive, but he's not a pressure fighter. He's not really putting Woods under any pressure in the first round here. He's coming forward with a loose defence. So Woods wants to get his long-range boxing, get it and get that jab working.
To add to the spice, both can hit and both can be hurt. They have been down several times in their careers. It's a right from Gonzalez, best punch from him so far. an uppercut.
That's a little bit of a worry because that punch was telegraphed and it still caught Woods. So, don't know if he just was caught napping there.
Heavy artillery early, and this has got the makings of a good one.
Nice car, mate.
The stunning new Astra Sport Hatch. Go drive.
A very warm welcome back. There's our other IBF king, the world light welterweight champion Ricky Hatton at ringside, eagerly watching Clinton Woods. Been a fantastic year for the pair of them. Can Woods build on this? It's his first defence of the 12 stone 7 belt. He beat Rico High 4 just down the road in Rotherham. Stung the Americans that night. One or two fancy Gonzalez here to be just too rough and tough and experienced for Woods.
Well, I thought Woods was the one putting the shoulder in that little exchange, so maybe showing that he can have it rough as well. But the jab's working well for Woods. Gonzalez's jab just a little bit ponderous by comparison.
It's the jab, doubling up, sharp work from Clinton Woods, who's so honest. Takes a right hand though, that was clumsy, and Gonzalez goes in now, putting the pressure on Woods.
I mean, that was a carbon copy of the right hand that caught him in the first round. I'm surprised they didn't see that coming.
Admitted before this that he sees himself as the underdog. That's what drives Clinton Woods on. And they've both been through the ups and downs, these two.
Well, the good news at the moment, Woods is being allowed to box his own pace. That's the second time Gonzalez has complained to the referee, which is also a good sign. If Woods can back this fellow up, he would be halfway there. Gonzalez has to be coming forward to be effective.
Both men have shared a ring with Roy Jones. Woods was stopped in 6. Gonzalez went the distance. And both with Glenn Johnson. Gonzalez beat him, and Woods could only manage a draw and a defeat.
The left jab's working, the left hook's working. There it is again. Excellent start from Clinton Woods. He looked a little bit nervy during the introductions, but he settled quickly. Couldn't have settled much better than this. There's that jab again.
Yep, light on his feet. Thinking and trying not to get too involved. He's outreaching Gonzalez.
Well, he's using the range well. Gonzalez does step in with the punches. That's the reason the couple of right hands have got through. He steps in while he's throwing the punch, just gets those extra couple of inches. But Woods is sharper and quicker at the moment.
Decent defence too from this much improved fighter Clinton Woods. And Gonzalez just felt that as he wings away himself.
That's that crude right hand again, but thankfully Woods saw him that time and slipped up. This is really positive stuff, confident stuff from Clinton Woods.
Houston, we've had a problem.
Houston, we have a problem.
Where does truth end and fiction begin? A great story becomes history, and great stories make the best films. The History Channel and Sky Movies present 6 nights of epic entertainment. All the facts, all the drama. History versus Hollywood. Documentaries at 6, followed by a movie at 8. Every night this week on Sky.
You're boxing like one. That's it. Close your lips.
Been a positive, accurate, professional start from Clinton Woods.
Come,
Richard Hodgson new trainer.
Listen, just let them fast hand combinations go for me. Can you do that? Good shape. Tap up, bang. Tap uppercut, bang.
And in for a couple of fights and seems to have improved the technique, but...
Yeah, that's the little warning signs, but he's taking the punches well. But the main thing is he's being allowed to box at a pace he enjoys, and he has 2 rounds in the bank, as far as my card's concerned.
The blue trunks with the white and red trim of Clinton Woods. Family man here in Sheffield. Friends call him the skinny boy. Hangs with the same crowd as always. Julio Gonzalez, honed on Huntington Beach in California, and he's trying to attack the body and really wind up Woods here.
When Gonzalez knows he must raise the tempo, he's being totally outboxed. He's too slow, his punches are looking cumbersome, so he has to raise the pace and put Woods under some pressure. That's what he's trying to do.
But Jim, this is a man that went down 3 times against Roy Jones, came back from the brink against Julian Letterlow. He's one very, very hard nut.
Yeah, but I think Woods knows that. He's well aware and he's prepared accordingly. But he has everything under control at the moment, Woods. His boxing is good. Not doing anything silly, not taking chances. Still a little bit sharper than Gonzalez. The jab working again.
And again from Clinton Woods, solid behind that orthodox jab. They've really worked on that.
Well, he's claiming the centre of the ring. If he can keep this going for a greater part of the fight, this is winning is well within his reach. Put this fellow on the back foot and you can really take charge. Excellent left hook.
That shook Gonzalez, who's just a little disjointed there, his legs bent.
Well, we haven't seen anything clever from Gonzalez, and I don't think we're about to. But in the second half of this fight is when it can really become tough. So it's good that at this stage Woods is working at his own pace, getting rounds in the bank without overexerting himself.
Glenn Johnson, one of the world premier light heavyweights, believes that he'll stop Gonzalez. Clinton Woods.
Looked like a little pump shoulder again from Woods there. So he's showing he can rough it with the best of them.
It's crude from Gonzalez, but he's always a threat. How much energy he put in to that right hand.
Probably a tougher round, but still the better, the cleaner work coming from Woods.
Let's see how Nicky Piper has things. He's with Ed Robinson.
Well, Nicky, it's a good start by Clinton.
Very good. The fight's as good and as close as we thought it would be. He's starting the rounds a little slowly. He's open to that overhand looping right. It's his usual problem, Clinton.
Is that a danger from Gonzalez?
That's the big danger, but I feel that when Clinton ups the pace, I don't think Gonzalez can work with him. And that's what he needs to do. Be very careful, box more, concentrate, but keep the pace high, because I think Gonzalez may be struggling for weight here, and I think it's going to be a really good, hard fight.
Do you think Clinton can get to him in the later rounds if he does increase the pace?
I do feel that, and Gonzalez starts the round sharply, and then Clinton seems to take over. He's just ahead on my card. It was a really good start, but this can go either way. It's exciting.
Give us a quick prediction.
I think Clinton's going to come on strong at the end of the fight, maybe to pinch it on points or a late stoppage.
Thank you, Nicky.
What is beyond doubt is that it has been an excellent opening 3 rounds from Clinton Woods in his 42nd fight. Remember, 3 failed world title challenges, and at the 4th time of asking, a bit like Frank Bruno, he got it right, and at 33 he makes the first defence.
You can expect a charge in the first half minute of most of the rounds now from Gonzalez. So Woods just wants to keep nice and tucked up. Don't trade in the first half minute, don't take chances. This fellow has to make an impression, but things will settle down. Then Woods can get his boxing together. So no chances, especially in the first half minute of these rounds.
Good defence from Woods, and a countering shot too. Can you believe we're watching the same fighter as the man who struggled a few years ago with the likes of Sam Luai and seemed to be resting on domestic level?
Yeah, but the thing, he was learning his trade and doing it the hard way, asking no favours, just developing into a real solid world-class pro, and that's what he is now.
Backing up Gonzalez, full of confidence, Clinton Woods.
See, it looks as though Woods is better initiating the attacks as opposed to... He's been countering well for the first 3 rounds, but with the speed he has, if he can get his punches off first, put this fellow on the back foot, really could take charge. Exactly like that.
Woods tries to turn his way off the ropes. He's got that sharper look about him, the quality coming from Woods.
Yep, and he's blocking the body shots, blocking most of the head shots. Gonzalez has raised the pace as you would have to expect, but his work is still ragged, still not landing clean punches, but pressurising a bit more now. But we'll see if he can sustain it. A couple of good-looking body shots there from Gonzalez. That jab once again working for Woods.
Pinging beautifully. An excellent jab. Weapon from Woods. Seems just to have risen his game, his whole aura, Clinton Woods. Got the fans with him now. Believes he's a true world-class fighter.
Yeah, and he's answered Gonzalez well. Gonzalez certainly did well in the first half of this round, but Woods has stayed with him and he's finishing the round strong.
Using his skills, not electing to trade. Sensible stuff from Clinton Woods.
See in your car.
One woman.
A country has been devastated by civil war. There's 1 million refugees on the move, many of whom are approaching starvation. Who's going to help them?
More of the best in boxing live on Sky Sports next week from the MGM Grand Las Vegas. One of the true modern greats, Marco Antonio Barrera against Robbie Peden. It's a unification matchup, world super featherweight titles at stake there. Sky Sports 1 live next Sunday, 2 a.m. Replays Sunday morning at 10.
Well, we enter the 283rd round of Clinton Woods' 11-year career, the 232nd of Julio Gonzalez. Their records almost mirror each other, but it's Woods who's had the far superior start. The first third has without question gone to him.
Yep, he's in front at the moment. But as I said earlier, just be careful the first minute of every round, because this fella's going to try to take charge, make an impression. I'd like to see Woods now maybe throwing punches in 2s and 3s as opposed to the single shots which have been working. Just look a little bit busier, impress the judges. Because there is a rise in the output of punches coming from Gonzalez now, so Woods wants to match that. Don't make it look as though he's been outworked.
Gonzalez will just never give up, and there's a right hand that caught Clinton Woods with his left low.
See, Woods is going forward, but he's still drawing leads. I would prefer to see him, he has the advantage of speed. I would like to see him leading off a little bit more, and with 2 and 3 punches as opposed to single punches which can be countered.
And he's got to keep working. He doesn't want any lazy spells, because Gonzalez will throw the lever.
Yeah, but Gonzalez can look that little bit busier. Although Woods can be blocking the punches, if Gonzalez looks busier, this is better from Woods. I mean, he's pushing Gonzalez back, which at this stage in the fight is a big plus.
And once or twice, just the evidence that the power has troubled Gonzalez, the challenger.
Gonzalez again looking as though he was complaining to Mickey Van. Good sign.
This is a guy who has only been beaten twice, once by Roy Jones, once by Sultan Erdai, the very accomplished amateur and now the WBO champion. He's never been stopped.
Woods has just lost that little edge he had in the first couple of rounds.
Been busier from Gonzalez here in the fifth.
Yep, but Woods has been moving into punching range but not letting the punches off. Raising the pace a little bit, but maybe just a little too late maybe. Doesn't want Gonzalez to get an early foothold. Good finish to the round, but he left it a little bit late.
Practical and exciting. Don't see that very often. Skoda Fabia VRS.
You're world champion or you're area champion? Which are we? Right. Let's go, come on.
Terrific to be kicking off the season with this sort of quality. World light heavyweight title at stake, and just signs that Gonzalez might be getting back into things.
Yeah, well, for me that was the best round for Gonzalez of the fight so far. Landing cleanly. Woods was a little bit lazy, out of range too often. So, sharpen up again, Clinton Woods.
Sixth round, Clinton Woods from the Westfield area of Sheffield, supported at ringside by Father Keith, another Andrea, probably hiding behind the couch at home, awaiting the phone call at the end, up against Julio Caesar Gonzalez Ibarra, the 29-year-old tough Mexican Californian. It was never going to be easy.
See, this is better. Woods is using his speed now. He's leading off with a punch. He's not marching forward trying to draw leads. This is much better. Use the speed, use the assets that you have. Then if you don't want to work, get out of there. Use the ring, just get out of range. Just fight in little bursts. Get the jab working. I'd like to see him putting punches together a little bit more now.
Occasionally, in the middle of long-distance fights, Woods does have a slight problem. Ulaine Clementson knocked him down in the sixth.
Yeah, well, sometimes it takes a little while to regain your confidence when you've been floored, but this is much better from Woods, much more positive. A kind of confused look for a second there in Gonzalez's face. He had a big drive in the previous round, and Woods has come back at him. This is good stuff.
Body shot from Gonzalez, who keeps trying with that persistent determination. But it is ragged, it is loose, and it's probably not the quality the judges will be looking for, but you don't know.
I mean, fighters are only human. Sometimes they look for an easy way to get things done. I think Woods was looking for that in the previous round, realises there's no easy way, so he's knuckled back down as he has done in the past, and he's back down to work again. This is much improved.
Right clip from Gonzalez, who just keeps coming and coming.
See, Woods is right, just to wrestle and hold up close, let the referee break them up. Now this is better than taking silly chances. You have to do a little bit of everything tonight. This is a good round for Clinton Woods.
He's got a hold again. Back in control, Woods. And making Gonzalez miss.
And taking Gonzalez's best and coming back. Another good job.
Regained the authority, Clinton Woods here in the sixth. Well, the stats tell the story so far. The first half of the fight, they couldn't have wanted a better one really on paper beforehand, the Woods team.
No, and as far as my card's concerned, I wanted Woods to be in front at the halfway stage. I don't think there's any question that he is, because this fight is going to get tough. This fella is not going to give up. He's crude, he's ungainly at times, but he's got loads of heart, as he's shown so often. But look at the clean work coming from Woods. There we see it. I have a 4 to Woods, 1 level and 1 to Gonzalez, so 3 points up, Clinton Woods.
Seconds out, round 7.
Second half, IBF light heavyweight title. Clinton Woods holds the belt, admits he's probably not the best in the world yet, with Antonio Tarver and Roy Jones and Glenn Johnson above him, but he's a serious champion and he wants to keep hold of that title.
And I think it's a more attractive division now that Roy Jones is not invincible. I think we all get fed up with the light heavyweights when Jones was far too good for everybody. But it's different now, it's competitive, lots of good fights and some good money matches for Woods if he can hang on to this title.
At 33, the time to strike is now for Woods. He said he's worked too hard for this belt. He first went into the gym just to keep fit all those years ago, and through British, Commonwealth and European wins, he's made it, and he doesn't want to let it go.
Well, that was a tough little exchange there until Nicky Van broke them up, and Clinton would step right back up to the plate again, right back down to business. So his attitude's right. I think he's knuckled down here. This is going to be a hard night's work, and I'm prepared for it.
Well, born in Mexico, the colours on his shorts, Julio Gonzalez, and he will give it everything. Sporadic success here for the challenger.
Yeah, but a couple of body shots that caused Gonzalez to decide to back off there, so it can be hurt to the body.
Maybe the rumours of the trouble in weight making. Has been a light heavyweight since his professional debut in '97. Woods was a super middleweight who's come up.
This is a close round, not an easy one to score, but again Woods is pushing forward. He's not backing off looking negative, but taking a good solid right hand there.
He's still very much in this, Julio Gonzalez. Woods was saying in the build-up, somehow he's got to knock him down and keep him down. That's the trouble.
Well, I think you have to look upon this as a 12-round fight if Woods wants to keep his title. You don't expect a stoppage with guys like this. It can be hurt. He's been in the floor several times, but always get back up again, right back into things. But he's crude. Just a little warning that there's no danger of any points being deducted. It's actually quite a clean fight, so that was dangerous.
Right hand, wobble Clinton Woods, just after the break there. And that was the first real warning sign for the Sheffield champion. Slightly unsteady on his legs there, Woods, as he went back to the corner.
Have a good drink. When all you've got to do is every time he eats something, instead of having a mug, just push something out.
Yeah, well, things were okay there. Not as bad a punch as it looked at first time of looking. He caught him behind the ear, caught him as he came forward, knocked him off balance, but wasn't any big danger. It wasn't even actually on the target area, if you like, but looking straight back at Gonzalez as he hit the ring post there. So wits were still about him. He knew he had to survive, went into survival mode and did it well.
Stop. Right, come on, deep breath. Yeah, slow it down, I feel all right. Let's keep it going, good shape now, fast hands, come on, fast hands.
So down to earth, feel all right? Yeah, no probs at all. More of a balance and equilibrium thing. That punch at the end of the 7th round. Just got to watch that, just got to be careful. Clinton Woods, after all his good work, he just doesn't want to get sloppy.
Well, at the moment, I think things are going well. He's got himself in front of my card without overexerting himself. He's still looking good, he's still looking strong, still looking controlled. But another big drive from Gonzalez here.
Yeah, body shot, right hand. Julio Gonzalez aiming to become a world champion all over again. Team have been very confident in the build-up. Dan Goosen's over. They've taken this seriously, all the training in the mornings on Huntington Beach.
I expected to see a bit more intensity from Gonzalez. I thought he would really have put Woods under pressure. He hasn't managed to do that yet. Although, just as I'm speaking, he's certainly trying to raise the pace. Woods just let his work rate drop a little bit in this round.
And Gonzalez will be aware that, of course, like when he was in Germany, he is on away territory. 2 of the judges are British.
Actually the ideal type of opponent for Clinton Woods, a man who's prepared to come forward without a great defence and prepared to commit himself. So Woods at his best, this is exactly what you would look for, but the guy's so tough and so determined, so strong, obviously big problems.
And can he draw Woods in? Certainly applying the pressure, Gonzalez.
Well, there's no evident difference in strength or power. Woods is holding his own up close with the guy. I think he's been outworked in this round, but still no signs of panic. Woods still looking good.
Honest, competitive affair so far. Right uppercut from Gonzalez. Good shot. Let's see how Nicky's seeing it with Ed again.
Is Clinton in control of the fight?
I still think he's ahead on points. You know, a couple of rounds ago I thought Gonzalez was tiring. I thought maybe he had weight problems and Clinton was taking over. But that was a bit of a better round for Gonzalez. You know, it was much closer. And he's a fighter. He's always in there. And we knew before this fight what he was like. He's been in with the best, and he's proved his stamina and his ability to come back from adversity. And I think tonight he's proving that.
What should Clinton do differently now?
Well, he's got to concentrate. He's got to watch that looping right hand that's always been the problem, his problem punch, and he's got to keep up the work rate. I still believe he can work at a higher level than can Julio Gonzalez, and I think if he does that, he's got the ability to do that, and he'll win this fight on points.
And quickly, is Gonzalez still dangerous?
Always dangerous. You know, that right hand is a big danger.
Thanks, Nicky.
And of course, it'll be in the hands of the 3 judges, should it go the distance. Roy Francis, Alan Foster and Patrick Russell, who may be seeing things a little differently to you, Jim. You believe Woods is in front as well?
I think the cleaner punching. The problem now is Gonzalez's work rate, he's maintained the work rate, where Woods a couple of times has nipped. See, this is now Gonzalez's type of fight. Just getting close and wailing away with the shots. He can do that all night long. I'd like to see Woods just throwing punches, double and treble punches, not the single, just to impress the judges.
Between them, they've been the distance 11 times. Woods will be taking that experience from the Glenn Johnson fights, and Gonzalez especially from the ones with Jones, Mikuszewski and Erdai, to try and come on strong in this last quarter.
Gonzalez landing a couple of jabs here in two separate occasions, signs that Woods is slowing down a little bit because he didn't really have any success in the early stages with the jab. That's better.
The crowd light up here at the Hallam FM Arena in Sheffield.
Gonzalez coming back with a couple of decent uppercuts of his own. But Woods still able to come forward, which really is a good sign at this stage.
Trained long and hard for this, the Woods camp. Richard Ponson, the trainer, who's as big as Clinton Woods, take him on the pads because they knew Gonzalez was tall. And he's had big cruiserweight sparring partners.
Gonzalez stumbling around a little bit there as the referee broke them up. I wonder, is he feeling the pace of the legs becoming a little bit leaden?
Woods driving himself on here in the ninth. Good jab.
Well, this is the first time that I really feel Woods has made an impression on Gonzalez. The punches were jolting him as they were landing. Gonzalez beginning to look as though he's feeling this pace. Starting the round well, but Woods has answered it in excellent fashion.
He's got his jab back working again. Still has to be wary of those slinging shots from Gonzalez.
This is another real tough round. Gonzalez had the better of things the first half. Woods has come back well. But Woods finishing the round stronger, which is a big plus.
Yeah, physically, just looking the bigger, tougher man. How they're loving it here in Sheffield. There's the England band that travel around supporting even a Ricky Hatton, our IBF champion. At light welterweight, he had to go through everything against Kostya Tszyu to overcome him. And Clinton Woods has got to drag it out tonight. It's one of those.
Yeah, we've reached the stage. Tactics are out the window. It's just a case of grit the teeth and everything you've got, use it. You don't want to be going home tonight with 4 rounds still in the tank and having lost everything you've got. Get it out there, pour it out. It's just a case of gritting the teeth. But it was admirable the way Clinton Woods come back in that round, because the first half of that round was tough for him.
Let's have a look at the punches landed to head. Woods has had the success to body Gonzalez, but Woods with the total. 9 minutes left. First defense of Clinton Woods' IBF 12-stone belt. Once again, the crowd rallies. He may need them to push him through the final stretch, because it must be so hard in there.
Well, the fight is actually going the opposite way to what I expected. Woods actually looked the stronger in the previous round. He finished the better. He took the best that Gonzalez could offer and come back with a little bit better. So things are looking rosy as far as I'm concerned for Clinton Woods at the moment.
Good shot, says Richard Ponson in the red corner. He's trying to really rough him up now, Gonzalez, isn't he? Trying to make Woods make that mistake.
He's been trying to do that all the way through, but he's not really landing too many clean punches. Woods is the aggressor. I thought it would have been the opposite. I thought he'd been the back foot. I thought he'd be trying to close to safeguard the lead he had built up, but that's not the case. He's matching him in every department of the game.
They believed that he'd have the skills, but they knew that at some point he'd have to out-tough Julio Gonzalez in there. And it's the challenger that's been giving out these distress signals.
Yeah, a couple of times he's looked heavy-legged, and he's shaking his head as though he's a bit confused. He knows things are not going the way he would like them to be going. And again, he's pushed back.
Sapping the strength of Gonzalez now, Woods.
There's the shoulder again from Clinton Woods. That's the third time I've spotted there, maybe a couple of this.
Just falls back again. Julio Gonzalez. Crowd on their feet at ringside. Are they sensing that Woods is starting to get to his man? Will Gonzalez unravel late on? Timeout from Mickey Van. Gum shield out. He's not sure. I don't think whose it was at first. It's Gonzalez. They both get a little respite.
Well, I think it's really happening the way Woods is prepared to stand and take what Gonzalez has got. And stand his ground and fire back. And again, he looks to be in the driving seat towards the end of the round. I just feel his work is at a higher quality than Gonzalez all the way through. Good left hook again.
And now they go toe to toe. The heat intense inside the ring as the bell goes. Mutual respect between the pair. Top class match. Great to see. If you're in that corner, what would you be telling Julio Gonzalez?
Well, there's not much you can tell a fighter like Gonzalez. I mean, he's not gifted, he's not technical, he just has loads of heart, loads of courage, loads of strength. So you just have to tell him, get out there and declare war on Clinton Woods. But again, the quality stuff coming from the champion. Good left hook. Again, making a big impression on Gonzalez. I expected Woods to be the one on the ropes at this stage, really struggling to hang on to his title. It's the opposite. What a performance. Tremendous guts, courage, skill, everything that's required. He seems to have it tonight.
Looks fairly fresh too. And there's only 6 minutes to go. Here's the 11th. It's been an absorbing affair between two of the best light heavyweights in the world. Both who've come up the hard route, and they're giving everything in grit and desire. But Woods, certainly, we feel at ringside, has had that extra zip.
He has to be a little bit careful here. He's always dangerous in the first minute of every round. That's when Woods just wants to be a little bit cagey. Just get the chin down, get the jab working. See, that's that long, sweeping right hand landing again.
Do you think there's a chance, Jim, that the judges could be looking for something else? The aggression, the work rate of Gonzalez, some of those rounds?
Yeah, that's possible. There have been a lot of close rounds, but I tell you, I've seen a lot more aggression from Clinton Woods than I expected to see. If you just think of it on an all-round picture, who do you think is winning this fight? My heart leans towards, or my head leans towards Clinton Woods. Just seems to have that edge, and here he goes again.
Absolutely. Out jabs Gonzalez, and then tries to hurt him on the back. He's become an all-round fighter, Clinton Woods. And look at this, here in the 11th.
I said it would be crucial to pace this fight properly, and I think he's paced it beautifully. First signs of disheartenment from Gonzalez. They're looking at the floor. He does not like what's happening. He had other plans, but they're not working out.
There was a real dispirited feel there from Gonzalez, who's cut and swollen under the left eye, as Woods just proves too good in every department.
I mean, there are little sections here when Woods is actually dominating the action. Again, a tired look from Gonzalez, legs looking heavy.
No wonder they really have had a fight in there tonight. It's been really good to watch.
But Woods is giving it everything he has, and that's all he can have. A lovely left hook.
Back Gonzalez tries to come, using all that resistance and steel inside. But it's Woods who looks calm, composed and in control.
Yep, he's looked totally controlled all the way through. Hasn't done anything silly, hasn't taken stupid chances, just worked away steadily at what he's good at. And I think it's just been too much for Julio Gonzalez.
Stronger than him. Deep breaths.
Just keep it straight.
Last round, Clinton.
All right, ref. Watch his head, ref.
Listen to me now. Keep your shape. Don't do all stupid. If you get a chance, pass stands.
Yeah.
No need to do all stupid, but just keep your quality.
Just don't go to sleep. That's all. Just don't go to sleep.
That's the one that had quality, I think, all the way through. Woods is at the edge in quality.
Let's finish with some quality. Show everybody that you're a world champion now.
Woods' feet are flat on the floor. Gonzalez is lying all the way back with his heels on the floor as though he's exhausted. He is really feeling the pace. One more good round, but don't do anything silly, Clinton Woods.
A terrific tussle for the IBF light heavyweight crown. World-class fighters, but is the edge in ability, technique and all-round maturity with Clinton Woods. They said, don't get lazy in the corner, don't go to sleep. On your card, Gonzalez needs a knockout.
Yeah, I have Woods, a big winner at the moment. I don't care if the judges don't agree with the scoring. I just hope they're seeing what I'm seeing. Clinton Woods successfully defending his world title. You have to expect a big drive from Gonzalez. His corner, no. Away from home, he is struggling.
So close now, Clinton Woods. You would feel that he's just been the better all-round technician tonight.
Well, Gonzalez is the look of a man who knows he has to drag something out, but he can't find it.
A desperation from Gonzalez, and the better work once again from Clinton Woods.
I think Gonzalez has been shocked by the sheer grit that Clinton Woods has. When you look at Clinton, he at times doesn't even look like a fighter. But he's proved he has one tonight.
Uppercut from Gonzalez, still a threat late on. But for you, hasn't Woods grown as a champion?
Yeah, well, they do say defending a title is much tougher than winning it. But Woods is really responding. He's proved to himself he is genuine world class. And this has been a class performance. At times it's been untidy, it's been hard. But he's never been found wanting in any department. Out-fighting Gonzalez again, looking the fresher.
No knockdowns, but an intense battle in there between these two. Respect, I'm sure, will be aplenty at the final bell. And it looks like the judges will decide. And Jim, for you, it's Clinton Woods all the way.
Yep. Loads of aggression has come from Gonzalez, but at no time was a lot of method in his aggression. His work rate was high in some of the rounds. Some of the rounds I could have swayed towards Gonzalez, but I scored them for Woods because of the quality. But my overall feeling is Clinton Woods is still champion.
Listen to the reception when this bell goes. Both raise their arms aloft, but Dennis Hobson and Richard Boxon believe that Julio Gonzalez has failed in his challenge. Ricky Hatton and Brother Matthew at ringside feel it's a good night for British boxing.
Yeah, when you look at the faces of both fighters when the final bell sounded, Woods knows he's champion, Gonzalez knows he has failed. Given his best, but it wasn't good enough. But it was an excellent performance all the way through from Woods. He was controlled, he thought about the pace to get early rounds in the bank. Then when the time came, he was able to put the pedal down and dominate some of the later rounds. Excellent performance all the way through.
Genuine IBF world title, property of Clinton Woods up until now, and I can't believe he's retained the belt and will go on to bigger and better things. And the judges are just thinking, well, they've done their thinking and totting up, but this is what they saw.
Yeah, they caught napping a couple of times early when Gonzalez was full of life. That was the right hand, which was very dangerous, but it was encouraging to see how well Woods was taking his best punches. But then he was the one able, as we got to the second half of the fight, that was just a little stumble there, but he was the one who could keep control of his boxing. The quality of his work was still there, whereas by this time Gonzalez was struggling, heavy-legged. Woods still champion in my book.
Become a really polished professional fighter. Look at that, they threw almost the same, but the quality, as the stats tell you, with Clinton Woods. And we will find out for sure now with Mike Goodall.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 exciting rounds of boxing, we go to the judges' scorecards, where we have a unanimous decision. Judge Harold Foster scores the contest 117-111. Judge Roy Francis scores the contest 118-112. Judge Russell scores the contest 116-112. All three in favour of the winner. And still the IBF light heavyweight champion of the world, Clinton Woods.
Another magical night for Britain, as Clinton Woods clearly retains his world light heavyweight crown, and Jim, thoroughly deserved as the crowd celebrate.
Yeah, without a doubt, he did everything right. Nothing silly, nothing over-adventurous. His work improved as the fight went along. He paced it beautifully, executed it beautifully. Some big money fights out there in this division. I hope Clinton gets himself among the big money.
He's done it. He's not just won it, he's kept it. That IBF belt that means so much to Clinton Woods. And we've still got some great action ahead for you. We're featuring Ricky's brother Matthew in a matchup with Dmitry Yanushevich. It's on good form at the moment, Hatton, and James Hare, his comeback fight against Sergei Starkov. That's still to come after we get our breath back. Fabulous night, and great to have Ricky Hatton and Clinton Woods as our IBF champions.
Yep, proper champions, but I tell you, it could not happen to a nicer bloke. Nothing has been laying on for this man all the way through his career. He's had to